We're talking about Cretia's, and you can have lunch at Cretia's. So today we're going to talk about VA loans, right?
That's right, and we have a extra segment that we're actually going to throw in a sweet real estate deal that I have for you.
We're actually going to be relevant to our title. We decided to do a hashtag sweet deal with every episode. So let's start with the sweet deal, because I can eat my cake while you're talking.
Okay, so I have this property in Garland that is coming up for $200,000.
Wait, what?
$200,000.
Did you hear that? There is total
Wait.
property below $200,000.
But wait, oops, sorry.
Okay.
The property is going to be completely remodeled. So, almost the studs, new flooring, new
She
granite,
said stud.
new bathrooms. It's on a huge corner lot near Duck Creek in Garland. Great little neighborhood, great area, and my clients do an amazing job when they fix up their houses. The last one they did had marble, and it was in the same price range.
There you go. Great for an investment, great for first-time homeowner.
Exactly, just good all the way around. So it's got a new roof. I think it's getting a new fence, but it's coming soon to Garland. So if you have $200,000 buyers, agents, if you're watching on Mylo's profile, or if you're just a buyer on the internet watching from us, then we've got this property coming soon. You can reach out to me for more details.
Yes, and you can reach out to me to get pre-approved, and we can get your loan done in 10 days.
So, speaking of how awesome you are with loans, Mylo.
See how that segment works? So today we're going to talk about VA loans, and ultimately we wanted to educate not even just the buyer, but some of the real estate agents who do listings and aren't comfortable with VA loans. Mm-hmm. They're not difficult loans. There shouldn't really be a stigma attached to them, and ultimately my personal opinion and professional opinion is that we should do everything we can to get our veterans into a home. And the process is simple, like with any other loan purchase. The benefits for the veteran are no down payment. If they have student loans, we don't count the student loan debt into the debt to income ratio. There also is no mortgage insurance or private mortgage insurance because it's government backed, right? So it's a huge, huge win for our veterans. When you talk about closing costs, there are going to be less in closing costs because there's what's called non-allowables, and that's exactly what it sounds like. There are certain fees that aren't allowed to be charged in a VA transaction. So if you're if you're a veteran or you're a real estate agent on the buy side, it's not a question of bad credit. It's really a question of getting a veteran into a home with the least amount of money possible and the most benefit for them. If you're on the listing agent side, and Gabrielle's been on a listing agent taking a VA deal, it really is not a problem for your sellers.
So let me just elaborate, because in case you don't know, if you're out of the mortgage and real estate industry, there's a lot of listing agents that don't like to take VA loans. So it's something that we'll talk about, in our consultation if you're qualified for a veteran, and Mylo's here to tell you guys why that's just not the way to do things.
Yeah, I mean, again, with a VA loan, it doesn't move it isn't, there shouldn't be a stigma attached to it. When you're a veteran and you want to use your benefits, then again, I feel like you should be allowed to. No listing agent should hold it against you. Again, the only couple of things that are additional on a VA loan is you've got to have a termite inspection. Well, when it's all said and done, you might want to have a termite inspection even if you weren't doing a VA loan. It's just a smart move. Mm-hmm. So you have to have VA rules or guidelines. You have to have a termite inspection. Also, you have 11 days. The appraiser has 11 days to do the appraisal, and for some investors who are trying to flip a home quicker, or even some sellers who need their money a little faster, that could be a glitch. But again, when you work with a lender like
mine,
I get this thing done sometimes in 21 days because we do everything up front. As soon as we disclose the file, initial disclosures, we order the appraisal. Even the appraisal can take up to 11 days. Sometimes it can take only 3 to 5 days, sometimes 7. So it's not always going to be the full 11 days. That shouldn't be a deterrent for a listing agent or a seller, right?
Or a buyer. If you're concerned about, maybe I shouldn't use my benefits. You shouldn't use your benefits.
You should always use your benefits. That's what. Look, thank you for your service. And
you don't get a lot of them. Let's be honest.
It's the least we can do, as a country, is to help get our veterans into homes.
That's right.
I feel like I'm waving the flag today. But I really, look, some of my favorite deals have been with veterans, and they're respectful. They're just great people to work with. So again,
That's right.
I love it. I love doing a VA deal, honestly.
Yep.
What else do we need to talk about with VA loans?
Any questions for anybody that's watching?
Yeah, any VA questions? Look, Brian will answer them for me. But again, if you're thinking of, there's only 2 loans where you don't, hey Laura, there's only 2 loans where you don't have to put money down, right? A VA loan and a USDA loan. And
USDA loans are difficult. Maybe we'll talk about those in one of our next months.
yeah, and they're usually out
They are out
in
far.
the boonies,
because
far away. 'Cause
everywhere is
it's rural
exploded.
development, right? They're rural, they're agricultural loans, basically. What else do we want to talk about VA loans? With VA loans, it's just standard, right? 2 months of pay stubs, 2 months of bank statements. We need money in your bank. Oh, awesome, Marie. Hey, Maurice, you already know. I'm ready for you. W-2s, we get what's called a certificate of eligibility, so we have to make sure and verify that you're actually eligible for the benefits. And if you're no longer in service, then we get a DD-214. I'm working on actually a VA loan right now. Anything else you want to talk about besides this delicious cake?
I'm just eating my cake. It's good. So I'm usually a little camera shy eating, but I love Cretia's. I was very excited to come out here because I rarely do you see me in Bishop Arts, but they have some amazing food out here.
Thanks, Ashton. VA funding fee. So there is a VA funding fee. There's an upfront funding fee, and yes, it is rolled into the price of the loan. And if it's your first time using your VA loan, it's less than if you're using it for the second or third time. It goes up each time, and not significantly. I think I'm doing one now. It's the VA loan I'm doing now. It's their third usage with their entitlement, their benefits, and they're paying a 3.3% funding fee, and it is rolled into the loan. Yay, Michael closing on Monday. Get it, girl! She just relocated from Houston. Real estate agent.
Anything else?
Anything
I
else?
think we covered it.
I feel like we covered it.
talked about a lot quicker.
VA loans really aren't difficult. You shouldn't be scared of them. And we can go down to, I guess we're talking about requirements. On a VA loan, I can take you down to a 580.
And what's the, this is another one since you talk about requirements. What's the highest that you can get a VA loan for?
Oh God, that should put me on the spot.
Uh-oh.
There is a high price VA loan. I want to say VA loans. Brian, are you still there? Help a brother out. I know there's a high price VA loan where you can go above $400,000, but then you have to start putting money down. I believe it starts becoming 10 to 20%, 10% down, depending on how much the loan amount goes. I haven't had a VA loan over what's considered a conventional loan amount, which is 451.3. So typically, I believe you can go up to 451.3.
I think that's what it is.
But if you really want to know, just send me a message and I'll double check it and put that out there. Man, on the spot.
I'm sorry.
Whoops. I was doing so well. All right, everybody. This is, there you go. Thanks, Maurice. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. So this is, I mean, how long are we doing this now? Almost 2 months?
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming in the middle of the day on a Thursday, watching us eat. And we appreciate that you think we're providing valuable information.
Yes.
And we also would like it, again, feel free to ask for what you want to talk about. If you're coming on every week and you want to hear what we have to talk about, just ask us. We'll tell you.
Yeah, and then we're sitting here trying to figure out what we should talk about. So if you have any ideas, we would love to talk about that.
We're here to help you.
Exactly.
All right, everybody, we're going to finish our desserts.
Mine's almost gone, so.
Look, mine is not. I'm about to tear it up. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you next week.